Alright folks, hello and welcome to the last league that I will be streaming with Wingwide Reclaimer. Trying out a couple of cards here. We're still gonna give the Giant another shot, and our promise has actually been pretty okay. So yeah, our promise is legit. What would happen to Modern Formula Preordain were banned? Say interesting questions. I wonder if the control decks would play all the cantrips, right? The combo decks would obviously play all the cantrips, but maybe Storm becomes tier 1 again? Maybe Delver becomes playable? Interesting questions. So many questions, too few answers. I'm gonna struggle to find an opponent again. Can we please find an opponent quickly? Does Control have enough room for that many cantrips? I mean, they are good cantrips as opposed to the shitty cantrips that they have to play right now. So I would assume that they would play them. And they're playing like 29 lands nowadays, so maybe they will do like 26 lands or something. That's room for like 3 ponders right there. That's 3 ponders. Then maybe instead of the instant speed growth spiral, instead of growth spiral, you just play more ponders, stuff like that, you know. Sure. Skip this. This is a turn 3 dry into turn 4 Titan, so it should be a kill, basically. If we get there. Oh, we're playing against Tron, so I guess we're probably not gonna get there. I'm gonna go with Heath because we might top deck exactly. What's the name? The number skull. Okay, so my opponent has turn 3 Tron. Ha! Top tier. Top tier player. It might not matter though. I just have Karn. Yep. Can we beat Karn? I don't think we can beat Karn. Call for Steve. Probably not gonna have time to call, so. Oblivion Stone, Expedition Map. Okay. Probably map for the Sanctum. If this is Baby Karn, yeah, okay. I'm not beating this. Beating the turn 3 Karn would have been tough already, but this is just not beatable. Okay, Generous Gift is great. This is fine. This is kind of awkward, but I guess I'll do it. This is something that I've been struggling with in this matchup. I don't know if I should be leaving in answers to Ulamog. I have been just cutting this because I think it's more important to answer Khan the Grand Creator than answering Ulamog. Maybe I'm not in the correct there, but Turn 3, blow up your land, probably not gonna be good enough. Yikes. Big yikes. Well. The good thing is that if we do find flagstones on turn 3, are we gonna have time? We might not have time, actually. Well, I guess if we top deck flagstones here, we actually have a shot. But we have to top deck flagstones. Because otherwise, obviously, it would have been better to play the field so I can activate Reclaimer as well. But I think that this might be a little bit too slow. This matchup is bad. This matchup is bad, unfortunately. They totally have it, right? They totally fucking have it. Okay, go. Show me. Oh, okay. Okay. So we know we don't have to blow that one up. You're telling me there's a chance? Are you telling me that there's a chance here? Well, they didn't have it last turn. So we're gonna see if they crack now. They do crack. Okay, so they're gonna have it this time around. Gonna blow up the Ursa's mine. But I'm gonna get a Vesuva before we let that go. And now we would be very excited if we find Ramming Up Excavator. This is a situation where they're just telling me, yeah, I just had it. Don't worry about it. So I guess this allows me to activate both Reclaimers, which allows me to keep up on mana. Ramming Up, let's go. Let's go. God damn it! Fuck, man. Jeez. My opponent's really good at being a Tron player. They have the most important Tron skill, which is having it. We can't beat the game. We can't beat Oblivion Stone. I guess they also could have Ulamog. Yeah, we just cannot win anymore. I don't think. skillfully played. Oh, there you were. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. That's okay. Would more white people happy? Stupid Ulamog. Stupid and sexy Ulamog. Guess it's not that sexy, it's pretty ugly, but... Did Beal Green Tron? Never played it yet. I really wonder why people are playing... Where people are playing Tron now. It feels pretty bad to me. Like, it shits on this deck, obviously. Like, that's not a... That's not a secret, but... Turn 1, turn 2... We call... Triad. Okay. New player, I might end up 05 learning a lot. It's what happens. It's what happens when you're a new player. That's the way to learn. That is the best way to learn, to just slam your face against the wall. The best teacher. Well, oops, no, I have F6 for my turn. Womp womp. So this might be Oops All Spells or maybe Belcher. It is Belcher. The good thing is we were never, like, we were just gonna... Main deck Moon. Okay. Main deck Blood Moon. Main deck Pact of Negation. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop. Like, now that I made a mistake of F16 through my turn, I'm just gonna scoop. But I wanted to see what they were doing. Eidolon seems good. Got all the Path to Exile. Stamping Spheres, good. I guess Bujuki Bog doesn't do anything. Generous Gift seems good. Knight of Autumn seems good. That's it. Clean swap for the paths. Does that card just organize the deck? Yeah. They stack their deck and then they just stack a kill. I like this. Maybe Purge over Bog. We already have answers to Moon. Maybe Purges were kind of necessary, actually. I'm not sure if my opponent is going to be keeping their Blood Moons without knowing if they are good. The question is, am I playing Damping Sphere on 2? I think I am, right? God damn it. That guarantees that I can double spell next turn. Ah, shit. I guess we're doing this. The likelihood of us dying is too damn high. Too damn high. Would I bring Damping Sphere versus Neoform? Yes, 100%. That's an old school meme? Yeah, it really is. But for whatever reason, I just thought of it. The rent is too damn high. Yeah, exactly. We're getting a white source here. With Steven. Okay. Maybe they're trying to hit a land drop. Yep. I mean, we just jam, right? Field of the Dead and Fetch Land. Yeah, at least we have 4 power. Wasn't Flagstones better? Yeah. Yeah, Flagstones might have been better. Particularly it was better because of this exact scenario, right? My opponent's gonna play a Belcher here. And I'm gonna die without having white sources. Just wait for it, chat. Just wait for it. Okay. That means in order to get belched, we need to... Opponent needs a Simian Spirit Guide. Oh no, they just had a land. Oh no, they can't. They can't play Belcher here. Recross the paths. Okay, let's see how they boarded. Still have the moons. We double Damping Sphere. They don't have answers for the double Damping Sphere. Puts one card on top of the library. Bottom. Okay. Okay. So we swing for 4 here. They go down to 12. They go down to 12. We can destroy one of their lands. We can blow up their Blood Moon. Can you explain how the opponent's combo works? Yeah, so they cast this card that's called Recross the Path, which says you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. So they have, then you put that card into the battlefield and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Clash with, and that's the rest is relevant. So what they do is they stack their entire deck. So they stack in such a way that they put Reforge the Soul as a miracle, and then they put like the 7-card hand that they want. And then they win from there, casting Childbreacher with Earring Crack Feet, and having exact mana to activate the Belcher. We do have double Damping Sphere here, so they're not going to be able to do that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the best way to tackle? It doesn't tell me how they stack their deck, though. I don't know if it should tell me how they should stack their deck. I think it shouldn't. It shouldn't tell me? Okay. So this is the easy part. We're just going to attack them down to 12. If we blow this up, we can blow this up. We play this, we get a zombie. We fetch, we get a second white source. I guess that we can get 2 zombies because we can activate the Reclaimer first. So we sack here, we get 3 zombies. Then we play this, we get 2 more. Yeah, I guess that seems like the better alternative, huh? So we blow up the Blood Moon. Oh, it costs 5. That's right. So I guess that we can't do that. We can do it on my opponent's turn. Well, I don't want to do it on their upkeep, right? I don't want to show them what I'm planning on doing. So this gives them a 3/3. This gives them a 3/3, and then it gives them... It gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to make sure that I present lethal. Yeah, I guess we can just blow up this with Apparition on our turn. So we sack here. Get this. Oh, should have gotten the basic there. Whoops. Field of the Dead, fetch for Snow-Covered Plains. So this is lethal now. Unless they have double Simian Spirit Guide. The other thing they could have done, obviously, is like Simian Spirit Guide plus Ritual plus activate Belcher on my upkeep. And I would have died. Okay. I don't think that I want all of them, but I want some of them. Beast Within is worse than the white one. Mind Sensor doesn't do anything, unfortunately. They stack their deck, they don't search their deck. They just look at the cards, I guess, is the proper way of saying it. I kind of don't want all of the purges. Can shave a Titan. Want to draw, we can probably cut Explore. Maybe a Radiant Fountain? Oh, Blast Zone. We have to multi-damping. Kind of. I mean, we can't keep this one, I'll tell you that much. This one also doesn't do anything. I mean, if we get to the third turn, maybe we have a shot. God damn it. Leyline of Sanctity. It's pretty weird. Just for the Valakut? Seems kind of like a waste, honestly. Okay, so we're just fucked. Please be able to... Nice. Nice. So my opponent used a bunch of resources to answer something that... to do something that doesn't really matter too much. So we kind of dodge a bullet there. Just 2 for 1 themselves. The problem is that they still have the stuff, right? In fact, I feel like I'm not supposed to answer this Blood Moon here because my opponent... Like, they should not be able to recross the path unless they already have Manamorphose. Yeah, I think that we don't even crack this. Storm count 3. Shit, yeah. Okay, now that they did cast the Recross the Path, we probably have to blow up the moon. Yeah, my idea was to like not allow them to recross the path, right? Right now this locks them out. But unfortunately, now that they did find the recross the paths, I am going to blow it up. But yeah, I wasn't planning on, but I think that my opponent is going to make me discard my hand, so I want to make sure before they discard my hand that I can get rid of the Blood Moon. Looks like they are going to wilt your Eidolon. Not that you can do anything. Yeah, no, I mean, I just have to play what I do. And they don't know about the Eidolon, right? So maybe they are keeping they're keeping a Reforge the Soul hand or something. And I don't know, we get some value. Yeah. Well, this is gonna get discarded, so I guess I want it on the bottom. Because I want the potential to be able to draw it. I think this matchup is even worse than the Oops All Spells matchup. I think I'd rather have a second basic than the Flagstones. So this means that we don't die this turn. And we do get a new 7. Couldn't you pop their land so they can't reforge and you win there? The problem with that is we lose to... Yeah. We do lose to Simian Spirit Guide, but... Interesting. I think I want to explore here, right? Explore or Steve? I think I'm gonna explore. And I guess we wanna... No, we wanna play this Vesuva in case we draw Titan, we can cast it. So I'm gonna copy my own basic. We can't cast Steve, obviously, because of Eidolon. I don't know, maybe we can get him here. If they... Okay, they have the Wilt. Yeah, the play of blowing up their land, I guess that they didn't have the... They had shown us that they didn't have the other monkey, right? Because they revealed the deck. So what I should have done is I should have stopped there. I should have thought about what they're doing, like what the how many monkeys they have left in the deck, and if they have all 4 monkeys in the deck, then what we can do is we can do what Michael was saying, which is just use the thing to destroy the land. And then they can't pay for the Reforge the Soul, and then we kind of blow them out there. So I guess that we did have a shot there. The Eidolon did a lot of work. We did have a shot, but I fucked up. I didn't think about that. MJ is better than all of us. Obviously. Holy shit, is that matchup awful. I really wanted to find that Ghost Squatter there. Just Ghost Squatter on their green source. They can't wilt. These are not playable hands. Down to 5 we go. One thing that I have found about this deck is you can win on 5, but that 5 needs to be very good. Like, this is probably not a 5 that you can really realistically win with. Well, we're bottoming Path, and we're bottoming Blossom, because we're probably not going to be able to afford to sacrifice that. But imagine if we draw... Oh, they're going to take our hand. Brutal. Move to 5 into get Thoughtseized feels awful. But if we had found like Flagstones, we can call for Druid, then we top deck a Titan, we actually can win. In fact, like, this is the kind of matchup that we can potentially win on a move to 5. I mean, we need to draw real cards though, which is not something that's happening right now, but... Can we draw reasonable cards? Also move to 5 on the play. How many tutors do we have for Titan in this deck? You have 4 Titans, 4 tutors, and 1 Hour Promise, which It's a functional half a Titan. Maybe I shouldn't have exposed that castle now that they showed me the field. I guess I'd rather them blow up the field than blow up the Valakut. So it's fine. This matchup at least is very good for us. Black-green is even a better matchup than Jaunt because they can't. Okay, they still went for the Valakut. Which honestly I feel like it's a mistake. Considering the information that they have. Got me. Our opponent is helping out Undo or Mulligan there. Whiffing on their Thoughtseize. Thanks, opponent. Appreciate it. Giving us a shot. I'm gonna find the tap land here. Go fetch for the tap land. I mean, they better have another Thoughtseize. That's all I'm gonna say. They better have another Thoughtseize because Liliana ain't gonna do it. Inquisition also doesn't do it. Here we go. I'm tempted to get double field, but I think it's correct to get field plus something else. Probably Valakut. Mostly because it's not what this game is about, but it makes Dryad a significantly better top deck. And if they don't have an answer to this guy, I could have gone for double field, but then I'm making my opponent's Liliana good, while otherwise my opponent's Liliana is terrible on this board state. Murderous Rider Swift End. Wow. Wow. Out of all the cards that I expected my Titan to die to. So Dryad's a fine draw here, Reclaimer's a fine draw. That's not a draw. Another Titan just wins the game, obviously. Oh, they have a lifelinker. How can I ever beat a lifelinker? I should probably assume that my life total is going to be safe. Brutality is not really a playable card. So... Well, I guess we're chump blocking now. Yeah, about that life total, huh? Can we draw a real card here? No, I guess is the answer. Have you tried at some point playing already Clay plus Flagstones and Dork, turn 1, etc.? Yeah, I did try that, and it's a lot worse than it seems because Knight asks you to sacrifice plains or forests, so you actually don't get to choose. You cannot sacrifice Flagstones. Knight of the Reliquary would be a lot better if you could sacrifice Flagstones, I think. For as many times I heard you say, if we draw a Titan, we'll win. I'm surprised you don't try Our Promise sooner. I did try Our Promise sooner. I did try Our Promise sooner, and I didn't like it. I also tried Summoner's Pact, and I didn't like it. But I honestly am not particularly sure about what changed. It's actually kind of interesting. I legit have no idea what changed. That I didn't like Our Promise before, and I kind of do like it now. I'm trying to think, but... Have I played any poop recently? People keep saying the word poop like it means something, but it just doesn't mean anything to me. So you're gonna need to be more specific if you want me to answer that question. Were these the Thalia days? I don't think so, no. Because of that, shall we mention poop as much as possible on Tuesday? I will quit the podcast if you do. Yeah, they tapped wrong. If you played any Omnath Piles recently, then liking Our might be a symptom of poop mentality. Okay. Poop is a feeling. Alright. Whatever. Well, if we draw a Titan, we win. Our Promise... Fool. Chat? I just died to Questing Beast in Modern. I just lost to Questing Beast in Modern. Ask me anything. Modern sounds healthy then. That's a great way to approach it. I'm still gonna cut a path to exile here. Oh, I could cut Steve. I guess I could cut Steve instead of path. Questing block of rules text is a seed creature. Yeah, it was in the early versions of this deck. Very early versions. Well, we know what we're playing against now, so... Fuck your questing beast, opponent. Bring me that questing beast. My opponent's gonna go turn 3 Liliana, they're just gonna start ticking up, and I'm gonna be very, very sad. I think that we just F6. It's the wildest Friday night I've had in a long time. I have had wild Friday nights. I have my fair share. Yeah, my opponent, I guess, is playing around path. I guess my opponent's trying to figure out how they can play around path. Thoughts is me, please. Oh, they level up the Hex Drinker. Okay. Your go. I'm not gonna pass this until I'm dead to it. Oh, Inquisition, you got me. No surprises there, opponent. No surprises there. Base deck for Hex Drinker. Probably the Shadow one. The John Shadow. Let's get a poof to poof. How poof would you say this hand is against Questing Beast, opponent? I don't know. I do appreciate that my opponent's playing Questing Beast though. Can't get too upset about that. Why aren't we playing Questing Beast? It's a good question. Maybe that's the tech that I'm missing. Also, I just realized my opponent's Moto username is MomQuest. So, they are really living the Questing Beast life out there. They are really living that Questing Beast life out there. My opponent needs to have removal, or they're gonna die to the Selfish Reclaimer. I'm probably not pathing my own dude here if my opponent uses a removal spell, am I? It gets me closer to... Ugh. Yeah, you got me, I guess. That sucks. I've been out-pooped. That's not a word that I thought I would ever say. Man, I'm sad that I did now. Damn it. Seems like the whole poop thing, it's like a meme that you're either in or you're not. And if you're in, you kind of, you know, share that thing with other folks that are also in, and you live that, you know, it's your best life, and you live that best life, the in on the poop thing life. Opponent rebuild Blooming Marsh. You try very hard to be on the edge of poop. I don't want anything to do with the poop life. You see how, you know how people get upset or they really dislike the word moist, for example? Pool kind of rubs me in that way, where I'm like, I kind of don't like this. Like, I can't really explain why. I can't really explain why this is, but it is. And I don't think that really anything can be done about it. I think this is fine, right? Yeah. This is fine. We get a plains, we sack flagstones, get a temple garden. We start getting zombies next turn. Yeah, this is fine. We just get the second field with Reclaim Me Boy. Reclaim Me Boy! This time around, I'm not so afraid of the beast that quests. The beast that quests doesn't scare me as much this time around. Cycle, totally gonna draw the Sacred Foundry. Okay. So now we get Field of the Dead. Vesuva, copy Field. Say go. Okay, we have the put in place the trade up. Take 4. This guy has what? This guy has vigilance? Oh fuck. Why didn't they reveal that one to the Dark Confidant? That's not fair. My opponent just reveals lands and then I guess that's not bad. Can't really complain too much about that one. I think we just have to set up a big attack. Like attacking, killing this and attacking doesn't achieve anything for me. So I think we just chill here. Liliana of the Veil. Probably not the best time for good old Lily. Damn, son. We actually could not get a fetch land, unfortunately, because that changes the clock. Radiant Fountain? Is Fountain the answer? Or is Blast Zone the answer? I think Fountain's the answer. Oh no, my zombies are silly 1/1s. Does Streeto have trample? Yes, it does. So is this lethal now? I think so. They have 3 blockers with 4 get through. No, it's not lethal. Damn. Easy clap. Get out of here, you! Take your nonsense elsewhere. Take your nonsense elsewhere, opponent. Take your questing nonsense out of my face. Attack Liliana of the Veil. Thanks, Andy card cards. Exactly. My opponent with a nice, very, very good technical play over here. Activating Trito and blocking. Do you like Blue-White Taxes deck with Confounding Conundrum? I played against it the other day. I didn't see the Conundrums actually, but I think that they were playing it. I don't know if it was good. It didn't seem very good. Nah. I guess I could play Winds or Path, though. Have you used Realm Cloaked Giant yet? Yeah, we brought it in against Mono Red Prowess, and it helped us win that game for sure. Have you checked next cards to see if there's something you could fit in the deck? The next set? There haven't been previews just yet. So if we draw a land, this hand is solid, but I think that we can whiff. Like this hand is a lot better, for example. Can keep this and we bottom that one. Yeah, Commander Legends is not modern legal. It's legal in Legacy, where I am also brewing this deck. In fact, I think I'm going to be playing this deck in Legacy in the showcase. If I bought with it the other day, the video is on Patreon if you want to check it out. Kaladesh Remastered, that's also not legal. That's only for Historic, I think. I mean, they let my Reclaimer leave, so... Gonna fetch and shock here, just in case I draw Apparition. Gonna have 6. But yeah, I think all of those are reprints. They're not new cards. There aren't any new cards there. All of those cards are already modern legal. I think they're not new printings, right? Feels bad to be new. I mean, there's only one way to learn, right, Bilma? So you're asking the questions, which is exactly what you need to be doing when you're new. And what I always encourage people to do here. It's not F6 here because we want to get a forest. What I don't want to happen is I fetch and my opponent kills my reclaimer and I get time walked. Doesn't seem particularly great for me. Castle Lockdwain, alright. Am I supposed to path this dude? I think that my opponent went all in so hard that I'm supposed to path it. Just because of the tempo that I'm gaining. I mean, I can just answer it later with Blast Zone, right? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to answer it, but... We'll lose to Maelstrom Pulse, but my opponent hasn't shown me Maelstrom Pulse yet. And they drew through like half of their deck. So... I'm not gonna play around it. Oh, here we get some sick value. We get to fizzle their field activation. Fuck yeah. Yeah, protection from lands. Yeah, protection. The way protection works is different than what you might think. It's not like you can wrath a creature with protection. Protection just prevents all damage. You can't be targeted. You cannot be enchanted by. And there's something else that it does that I don't remember. But if it's something that is a sweeper, yeah, it's not everything. Oh, it can't be blocked by. That's the last thing. This is really unfortunate, actually. The fact that we drew. These are both land names that we already had in play. Yeah, you can't equip and you can't be enchanted by. And you can't be blocked. That's the last thing that I was missing. Got a Liliana. Liliana minus. Get Scattered Groves. Get Flagstones. Sacrifice this one. Okay, so they clearly don't have push. They would have used it already by this point, so. Can Flagstones one more time? Oh. 1, 2. I kind of want to call for Raminap. Because it's something that I can play right now. We're 1 mana short of calling for Titan. I guess we're 2 mana. No, we're 1 mana short, yeah. So calling for Titan is not an option. but I really want to play this call this turn so I can play around my opponent having discard. I guess this would be one of the few instances where I would actually want to have access to Tireless Tracker, which is funny. I don't think I want Dryad. I mean, I'm gonna cast it regardless, so let's cast it right now and let's look at our deck. No, I don't want to hold the card in hand because my opponent's discard spells are terrible right now, and I want to make sure that they are. I can just go for another Reclaimer, actually. That honestly seems like the best option that I have. Just go for another Reclaimer. Play this tap, say go. 5. We're gonna have zombie tokens starting next turn. Wouldn't it be nice to have Omnath right now? We couldn't cast it, but assuming that we could, then yes. Okay, so that punishes me for my choice. That's fine though. It's not the worst. We can probably erase this. Can probably raise it with Zombos. Again, very unlucky that we have very few repeated lands. There's 3 repeated lands, I guess 4 with the field itself, 5 with the Valakut. We have very few repeated lands, and we somehow managed to to get them. Opponent does not plus. Okay. OP does not plus. So this is gonna be the last Flagstones that we get. Oh, sweet. So this is easy game now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we only get 1 activation. So we just prime time. We just prime time here. We don't care about Liliana, so we just pass. There's no need to throw one of these Reclaimers under the bus. In fact, my opponent doesn't have good attacks anymore. Even Questing Beast doesn't do anything because I can probably just double block with both Reclaimers. Also, we're 12 minutes ahead on clock. They can make a baby Progenitus. They can make a baby Progenitus. That's a fact. They can make a 6/6 protection from everything. They're gonna time out before I get another turn. It's possible. It's possible. They have been playing very slowly. And the difference in clock really shows. There's not much that we can do. Hopefully my talking is entertaining enough. Hopefully my talking is entertaining enough. But yeah, my opponent hasn't been making things easy for me. My cringing from the word proof is solid gold. Thank you. Alright, that makes things slightly more awkward, but it also means that my opponent doesn't have attacks. Which is basically a time walk. This is the latest I've seen me stream in a while. 5:30. Didn't I stream pretty late the other day? I think the other day, I think maybe Monday or Tuesday, I stopped streaming at like 6 p.m. or something. But we have been getting paired against very slow opponents this league. One of my opponents had a connection issue in the previous match, so that didn't help. And this opponent, maybe they also have a connection issue, I don't know. But they are also playing quite slowly. So I'm definitely cracking. I'm cracking an upkeep because if we find, it would be an absolute disaster, right? If we top deck the last planes out of our deck. So it's 4 a.m. in Moscow. Scale is horrendous because of the quarantine. That sounds brutal. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get Blast Zone and then a Bounce Land. And I'm gonna replay the Blast Zone. Oh. Well, that makes things a lot easier. Is that just lethal? No, it's not. They block here, they take 12. Awkward. Okay, so we're gonna do that thing where we sacrifice. Oh, I guess I want to sacrifice the other one. So we sacrifice here. We get Celestia Sanctuary. We bounce Blast Zone. We replay it. We pass the turn. You got a big Hex Drinker. Opponent's connection issues between their brain and their... Again, let's not make fun or bully opponents. We don't know whether they are new to the game. They might be learning. So let's just not do that, please. Yeah, this is just very lethal. Him before they play Berserk. That would be fun. But we still have that covered because of the Blast Zone. But that was a long one. Into Fling. The baby Progenitus is just a 6/6, though. It's not an 8/8, so it wouldn't be. I think so, right? Champion of Mental Magic, that's funny. What is this? Is this the foil version? Look at the foil frame Hex Drinker. Damn, that's a fancy Hex Drinker. Look at that. Look at that shit. Yeah, it's a 6/6. Probably not a keep, huh? Probably yes, I keep, huh? Putting Bog back in the deck. Looks like an unset card, it really does. Keep, Bog, gone, play, fetch, shock, go. Temple Guard. Oof, I almost misclicked there. Okay, we're experiencing some serious lag right now. No, come on. Come on, opponent. Opponent, don't do it. Opponent. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Oh, this has to be the spike deck, huh? Yeah, let's go for Dryad, because they probably don't have very many ways of answering Dryad. Of course, we're gonna miss on some land drops. To be expected. I don't think Storm would play main deck Lightning Bolt. So that's why I'm putting my opponent on the Breach deck. I guess this doesn't answer anything, so I should have played this just as a 2-2, just to pressure. That was a mistake. I should have actually played this last turn. Tika Blast Zone 215. That's the move. We found the line, chat. Should I copy these? No, I'm just gonna copy the Balakut. I mean, if they have the Breach here, we just pack it in anyway, so... Why isn't there an MTGA for Modern? Because Arena sucks. That's why. We have no sideboard cards against this deck, right? Literal 0. Actual literal 0 sideboard cards. 0. Not even Mind Sensor. We can't even use Mind Sensor. Because my opponent doesn't play fetch lands. They don't play Blood Moon. They play their own Boils. Trim some Dryads. Like, what am I supposed to bring? Like, I'd rather have Dryads than all of this other nonsense. Like, we are very, very underprepared for this matchup. I honestly doubt that we can realistically beat this matchup. Particularly now that they're going to have access to Gust. Proud of your own creatures? Yeah, that's the line. We found it, chat. We found it. It was here all along. Don't worry about it. We got it. Well, now that we drew the Reclaimer, I'm a little bit more interested in winning Dryad. Because now we can double spell. I assume my opponent has Gust. But if they have Remand, it doesn't matter. We're definitely going to bottom there. We're looking for lands. However, mulligan to 2 or 3. Yeah, but you usually don't win those games. I have won games some mulligans to 4 or 5. But usually any below that, you just don't win those games. You can play the game, but you're probably not going to be able to achieve anything. Best deck to mulligan filter. Yeah, Tron or Dredge are the only decks that can realistically win on a mulligan solo. Eldrazi Tron, like any kind of Tron type strategy. Well, that sucks. Hopefully my opponent brought like a bunch of boils and they're just rotting in their hand. So what we're doing here is we're going to get a Celestia Sanctuary. Then we float a mana. Gonna bounce. We're gonna replay this, naming Giant. And now we're gonna play our Promise. It's not a Titan, but it's something that probably my opponent needs to counter. Remand, sure. So next turn we sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to get got by like Spell Pierce or something random like that, right? No field. We actually want to get the trigger, so we're gonna get Flagstones, and I guess Radiant Fountain. So they're gonna have to Cryptic, tap and draw. Or maybe they don't have it. Field plus second field, I guess. This sets up lethal. I kind of don't want to play anything because I don't want them to be able to cash in their remand. I'm gonna play this because if we draw a Dryad, it allows me. I guess I just have to, because this just allows me to. If I draw a Dryad, percent lethal through that. Getting a Valakut. That is. Put 2 on the bottom. Draw 2. They are a digging. Maybe at Maze? Maze of Ith? Actually, yeah, Maze of Ithing... Maze of Ith in Emrakul would work with this specific board state, which is funny. Wait. My opponent left a card on top and then they conceded. Which is weird. What's up, Lampkane? How's it going? You're playing versus Scred Red. Wow, what a flashback, huh? Remember the days... I always remember fondly that one time Scred won a GP. Whenever you're feeling down and you feel like things are not gonna get better, just remember that Scred won a GP. Down to 5 we go. Kraken Weak Reanimator 5-0'd. Exactly. Played against a guy with fully white bordered. Damn, that's some commitment right there. But just has no respect. I could play Dryad into call, but we would get boiled if I do that. Oh yeah, classic. they wanna draw 2 without Mage's Charm, but it's it's super weird how the filter lands work. So my opponent's like, excuse me. Well, it's time to do the thing, folks. It probably doesn't stabilize either. But we're gonna jam. We are gonna jam because nothing else matters. Even though I really dislike Metallica. Cryptic with 4 blue mana. 4 very carefully selected blues mana. I am ready. My body is ready. My body is ready for the spaghetti monster. Yep. Yeah, that matchup is not winnable. What were the losses to today? Today in particular, there were a lot of losses. We lost to Tron, we lost to Blue-Red Prowess, we lost to Blue-Red that. Lots of losses today. Lots of losses today. I guess on the blind I'm gonna bottom. No, I'm gonna bottom the Valakut on the blind. I was judging GP Utrecht for MM2 2015 and had a call where Swan's blocking plus lethal attacker caused a draw and they needed to know who was on the play game too. That's really funny. What's also really funny is the mighty things that happen in the 1 and 3 bracket. Wild things happen in the 1 and 3 bracket. Too strong. What can I say? What can I say? Too strong. Way too strong. Removal, explore, spring bloom druid's great, dryad's great, sweeper's good. My opponent's living their best life. Opponent's living their best life. Affinity really used to be a force to be reckoned with back in the day. We probably have to path this, huh? Like that thing really gets out of control real fast. So I don't think I even want to give them an upkeep because that's 2 counters that they get from it. That puts us a little bit behind. Not excited about that. Master of Ethereum. Remember when I said that we were a little bit behind? I was just kidding. We're actually killing them next turn. JK, JK. Just kidding. We got them dead next turn. Don't worry about it. LOL. Is that what's up? It destroys their land? Yeah, I guess that's what's up, huh? Yep, that's what's up. I guess I'm not even attacking. Let's just do this. Glimmer Void trigger. I would like to announce Glimmer Void trigger. I would like to announce Glimmer Void trigger, opponent. Ginger Brute? Gingivitis. Let's get a Snow Forest. Opponent is what we call a trooper. Definitely what we call a trooper. And a believer. My opponent is a person of faith. My opponent is a person of faith, defying the pass of time. The passing of time, I guess. It's more accurate. Wrath plus Strong Drain is pretty solid, yeah. Yeah, it is. I really struggle to find this card better than Bomad Courier, right? Nice deck, says my opponent. It's funny how they said nice deck as if I blew them out with the giant, when in reality I just played the giant for the memes and they were dead for with this guy. Like I could just validate their entire board, but instead I went for the meme value to it for. I mean, the possibility of chat entertainment was pretty high, so. What was I supposed to do? My hands were tied. My hands were tied. I needed chat to be entertained, because that's just what I do. That's just who I am. I would give it all for chat. One thing that I want to point out is it feels like I mulliganed a lot more in this last couple of leagues. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that I didn't play. I was missing land drops because of cutting turn timber. I was thoroughly entertained. Thanks, Freddy. Yeah, like you got it. You got it. Lampcane. My hands were mana tied. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Is it like 4 a.m. for you, Shauna? Is this your 4 a.m. humor? Just running loose right now in my chat? Is that what's going on? It's 5 a.m. Yeah, this is 5 a.m. humor. Just running loose in chat right now. Brutal. This is my A game. Why is building this deck so hard, man? I want building this deck to be easy. I want to be, you know, like building Tron. 4 of this one, 4 of this one, 4 of this one. Let's move on with our lives. There's so many one-offs. There's so many possibilities. There's so many sideboard slots that get tutored for. God damn it. Why can't this deck be easy to build? I still think Boil is the tech, is the correct way to build this sideboard. Because I really, like, I don't expect to get paired against the Breach deck tomorrow, right? I expect to get paired against Omnath decks. So, where is Yasharn? Yasharn is in Legacy. It's not hanging out here, unfortunately. Can there be room for a Stoneforge package? No. And it also doesn't accomplish anything that we want to be doing. It just clogs up my mana even more than it already is. Feels like I could cut exactly one land if I needed to for something else. $32 is the sweet spot. It has felt like it, but this is 33, right? That's the point that I'm trying to make. How about Prismatic Omen? Omen just doesn't do anything. I've seen lists running Omen and it's just like, it's a 2-mana do nothing unless you have one of your Valakuts. Granted, you can, you have ways to tutor for your Valakuts, obviously, but like we also have ways to tutor for Dryad. Like I'd rather have business spells instead of Prismatic Omen. Should I maybe be preparing more cards for the mirror match? That's another question that's legit. Maybe I should be playing like another copy of Generous Gift for the Tron matchup. This guy was super medium. I wasn't particularly sold on this. Like the meme potential was high, but I just don't think that this is where I want to be. Maybe it's wrong. But I think I'd probably rather be on Gargs. I wrote down Gargs. I wrote down Gargs and nothing showed up. I'm like, wait, what's going on? It's either this or Bailoff. So a 5-mana creature with a good ETB, Throgtusk. It's kind of about it. Yeah, Sharon doesn't do anything in Modern. It's okay in Legacy. It's still one of my flex slots, but it's a lot better there. Just knowing that there's so much Tron. I feel like I want to metagame a little bit more for the mirror, and I want to metagame for the blue decks. And the aggro decks. Metagame for Amulet. I'm totally getting paired against House, right? I did like our promise though, so I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I think this is what I'm gonna go with. So tomorrow we just fire it up with this list. Extra GQ in the side. I just don't think that I'm going to get paired against Tron that much. And like we just saw how humiliating the Tron matchup is, right? I have beaten it a non-zero amount of the time here on stream, but I've also been playing against like players that would keep 7s that don't have turn 3 Tron. And that's just not realistic to happen in a MOX, in a showcase event. Vivian Champion of the Wilds. That's cute. I'm not interested in non-creature cards. Okay, Muldiana. Cut a lane for another Explorer? I don't think so. We could cut Florahedron for another Explorer, but I don't think I want to do that. I actually think that Florahedron is pretty solid. Oh, I narrow this for tomorrow? Nah, not really. It's just what it is. Miser Pact. We have our promise for that. Seems better. I did try the Pact one time and it wasn't very good. The problem with Pact is that you have to play into counter magic, right? And then you time walk your next turn. Like Summoner's Pact is a great way to lose against the Ethergust, for example. Slaughter Pact, I mean, obviously. Yeah, logically. The White Pact, what's the name of the White Pact? you need to prevent that damage, man. You gotta prevent that damage. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna submit this. I'm very happy with like 73 of the cards or 72 of them. So it just feels like the rest is just percentage, right? Like if I cut a boil, I'm losing some percentages against X deck. If I cut the Damping Spheres and I go for Teague and Collector Roof, I'm missing some percentages some other plays. Like it's just a bunch of numbers, right? It's just trying to find a balance that it's very random in a sense, because it depends on the pairings and stuff. So I feel like I'm just gonna go for this. Every card that I have in my deck has a purpose. It's there for a reason, and I have liked it against those specific scenarios. And it's just a matter of the cards lining up and the matchups lining up according to what I think that's going to happen. I'm expecting a lot of Omnath decks, hence the 3 boils. I'm expecting a lot of mirror matches and Taxes decks, hence the Mind Sensor, hence the Dismember, Night of Autumn, Winds of Abandon. So I would thought on Golos instead of Hour to get Godproof. It's just the worst card. Getting 1 land instead of 2 is like, it's a very, very big disadvantage. In my Titan Vial lists, Golos was okay, and even eventually ended up getting cut just because you can't just, like, you just didn't care about getting value up the curve with Vial. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna submit this, and that's it. Like, I'm probably going to agonize on my own. I'm probably gonna agonize on my own about the last couple of slots, but I'm probably gonna submit something like this. And be very happy if the matchups line up in such a way that works out for me, and be very sad if they don't. So it's kind of what it is, though. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun week. It was a fun week. It was cool to just focus on one single deck and just every day try to make improvements and try to see, okay, this maybe yes, this maybe not, and try to make the possible adaptations, then take it from there. So it was definitely cool to do like the whole bootcamp thingy. But yeah, we're done. Tomorrow is gonna be the last the final day. Tomorrow is gonna be the actual event, so you're gonna see some more green white reclaimer then. But until that time, take care, and I'll see you over there. Have an amazing rest of the day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.